Hi everyone, so I'm going to be doing a how to colour your hair extensions tutorial. I filmed this a couple of nights ago and this is going to be the end result of what we are colouring, what I am colouring, what I have coloured. And it is basically a follow-up video to the us.hairextentionsale.com review that I'd done, and this is the colour that I am colouring it. So I have done 100 strands and they are dip dyed, whoops. They are dip dyed black on the ends with red through the top half, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous red, it really is. As you can see, my hair is definitely washed to pink again, unfortunately. It keeps on washing to pink, nothing seems to stay. So this is a new red hair colour. It is the Adore, and I've never tried that before, so we'll see if it lasts longer on my hair. So I sped up the tutorial because basically what I filmed was like 35 minutes plus, and that's quite long. But yeah, it is very, very simple, but I noticed there's not a lot of like extension tutorials on how to do the pre-bonded. And pre-bonded, you're looking at a bond like that. So yeah, onto the tutorial. I'll tell you specifics while the video is busy rolling, because it will be a voiceover. And I hope you learn something and enjoy. See you soon. Bye. So what you can see me doing here, guys, is I've just got a rubbish bin. I'm taking some masking tape and I'm just laying that out as flat as I can, and I've got my one packet of hair extensions here. This comes in 2 bundles of 25 and they are 22 inches long, and the colour is number 613. So there you go, I've got my 2 timples and I'm using Ebony by Directions. And what I'm just doing here is taking the security band off it, taking the lid off and putting it inside my timple with my brush. Next, what I need to do is basically take off the gold band that holds the bundles together. Now this is pretty hard, I have to admit. I ended up having to get tweezers to get underneath the band and then clip it with the scissors. And once I had that off, I splayed them out, spread them out, and got the masking tape and actually taped the bonds to the plastic. Now you might be like, what the hell? But honestly, it is a genius idea. I mean, like, who never thought of it before? Probably loads of you, but you know what I mean. So as you can see, here's a little close-up version. Spread the bonds out and just tape them to the plastic. I give it a brush through, just to make sure it was all sort of as even as possible. And then what I started with was Adore's Crimson. I should have put gloves on for this. I didn't, you know, my bad. I'm, you know, apparently a professional. You can actually see the packet of the gloves right in the very corner there, and I didn't even put them on. Anyways, what I done was basically spread the colour all over underneath the extensions and on top, and I used the tint brush to really almost like mashing, you know, like when you mash potatoes, do the mashed potato, anyways, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. That is kind of how I managed to get this colour all the way through. You've really, really, really got to saturate it. So don't sort of scrub the colour in, but go from the tip, from the root to the tip, sorry, and also just like absolutely mash it in there, which is what you can see me doing here. I put the colour on top, I put the colour underneath, and I put the hair back down, and then I just absolutely stippled the hell out of it. I did do a little bit of, you know, I don't know, almost like rubbing it through a little bit, but you've got to do that. Getting the edge of the brush so that it's sort of lengthwise rather than widthwise really does get the colour in there. So I've done exactly the same for the black, making sure that I just hold the tip of the hair, put black underneath, put black on top, and then eventually colour the tip of the hair. So for the next lot of hair extensions, exactly the same length, 22 inch 613s from us.hairextensionsale.com. I spread out the bonds. These bonds were a bit verkacked, just because of the way they were, so some of them didn't really fit in the thing there, but I taped them down nonetheless. I made it work. Yep. And I basically just put another bag on top of the previously coloured hair extensions. Because they were wet, the bag was going to stick, there was going to be no issues. Once again, taking the masking tape, taping the bonds to the plastic, and then putting the colour not only like on top but underneath first. And I did actually run out of colour here. So what I had to do was, because I ran out of the Adore Crimson, I used a little bit of Pillowbox Red, and that was a perfect substitute actually, which was really great. So once again, stippling that colour through, doing a little bit of blending from the top to the mid-length, and that is how I colour these hair extensions. Pretty simple. Leave it to develop for whatever time it's supposed to, and wash, and there you go. Hey, so welcome back. I hope that little clip there was useful to you guys. I know that there's not a lot of videos on here to show you how to actually colour pre-bond hair extensions, so hopefully that helped. It does make it a little bit easier if you're going to have a friend to help you. Get them to hold the bonds, and then you can, you know, put the colour on, starting from the top and going all the way down. Make sure you saturate the hair very, very well. Makes it a lot easier to do than when you're having it like laying flat and you're trying to paint it onto a flat surface and then the underside's not getting saturated, yada yada yada. Now I did notice one con so far. They shed quite a lot. I was a bit like, okay, they shed a bit. Obviously the hair is 22 inches long, so that's a lot of, that's long hair, you know, so it's probably not as much as if the hair was shorter. If the hair was shorter and there was this much come out, I would be a bit worried, because it's longer, it's not that drastic, because one hair rolled up, you know, that's like 16 or 14 inches looks a lot less than a 22 inch long hair rolled up, or pile of it anyways. So yeah, that so far is my only con, because I did say I'd be very, very honest about this. I'm not too sure why this has happened. I have been very gentle with the extensions. There's been no heat on the bonds. So yeah, I'm not too sure why that's happened, but anyways, that's the only thing. The extensions are still lovely and thick in themselves, so don't worry about that. Having said that, I will put the links in the down bar, same as in the last video, to the website, also to the hair extensions that I have, and also to their YouTube channel. And the sun's just gone away. Anyways, definitely have a look at their YouTube channel. There's lots of other people who I've also received hair from them, and who've done like how-tos, how to colour it, how to plait it, how to put them in, how to curl them, how to wave them, how to yada yada yada. So there's a lot of information out there. I mean, I know YouTube's full of it, but if you do subscribe to their channel, you do get 10% off code for going on and buying hair extensions from their website. So please go and check that out if you're interested. And my next video that I'm going to be doing based on these hair extensions, or this type of hair extension, is to how to actually apply them and how to remove them from your hair. I definitely wouldn't recommend applying these to yourself, not unless you're going to be putting just like a few on the side. That's a bit easier to do, just like, you know, if you can like see exactly where you're putting, just like for a flash of colour or something like that. But I have to be honest, doing a full head on yourself will be impossible. You cannot do it, you simply cannot do it. Removing them is a little bit easier, but yes, anyways, I will show you how to do that in my next video. And then probably the video after that is definitely gonna be on how they wear, because, you know, you never know, it might be that they do last really well, it might be that they don't last really well. So yes, that is to be decided in the future by life. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Not wanting to keep you too much longer. and I will see you in my next video. I hope you are all well. Take care. Love you. Mwah. Bye bye.